All right, hi, this is Anakin, and welcome to Railway Empire 2, the India DLC. We're playing scenario 3 called it's called Colors of India. And we just got what will probably be our last set of tasks. Connect Delhi to Bombay, 200 wagons with a single train line, Bombay, Jaipur, and Delhi. Grow Delhi to 90,000 so we can put it in a university. Connect 25 cities. We've already finished that one. Grow this region, which is Agra, Bareilly, Delhi, and Karali, to 200,000. And connect 1.8 million citizens, and we're at 1.53. So we've got, let's kind of check that last one first. We've got this new region. The last one we worked on is growing nicely, and it will continue to grow for a while. So we can count on a fair amount of growth right here. I mean, these were all like 10, 12, whatever. As you can see, they're growing nicely. We'll get another maybe 100,000 or so out of that, I would think. Now, Surat has, I think I'm going to swap this out for a university in Surat, swap out the library or immigration, whatever we had in there, so that it can grow beyond 100,000. And we probably get the same thing here now. We're only at 58% here. It's getting harder because we're getting into the manufactured goods, and we haven't bothered to, go out and optimize the manufactured goods in all the cities to make them grow. And like, here's a city that doesn't even have an industry. We could put something in there that we liked, or we could wait and see what happens, that kind of thing. So I think we'll just leave it as it is. It should be fine. We're actually still growing Nagpur as well, so we can bump it up. We can replace the immigration office with a university, and that will allow it to grow past 100,000. And the same thing here at Bhopal. So you can kind of see all the ones that we targeted with warehouses and what have you have grown nicely to 100,000. So kind of something to think about for the future if we wanted to grow more big cities. So I'm thinking that this number, like the 260,000 we need or so, we'll get a bunch of it right here, right? In fact, just to get this done, we're going to have to get 120. So if this keeps growing, a little more growth around the map, and we'll be fine. Okay. So now we have Bombay way down here. We have Jaipur is here and Delhi's up here. So we kind of got a straight line coming down like that. So I'm thinking we can run track out of the freight line here that goes up like this through this valley, hooks into this, goes up here, goes around the rice, goes up to Mansar, and then kind of peels off of Mansar, goes up to Jaipur, and then on up to Delhi. And that should give us a nice line. And if we run it out of the warehouse in Bombay, where there's a few decent items, see, we got a bunch of stuff there. In fact, we're not bringing it out of there fast enough by a long shot. Good grief. We might be able to get some goods going up here to our other cities. So let's go. How busy are we? We're not terribly, no, we're not busy at all. Okay, good. Let's go off of this and out through here. And just connect up with this line, this existing line. That looks good. double track it. Okay. And here, so the idea is that we come up, join this existing track, run up here, and then at the rice we would want to bypass the rice station. So we can come off like here. Something like that would be great. And here. Then run up this track to Mansar. And now we'll have to get through Mansar. Now the challenge here, of course, we've got this city limit, right? So any track that you put in here has to touch the track that's in your city. It touches your city stations. So what we can do is fake it out a little bit. What we can do is grab our track, go out here where it touches, right? Where it's kind of legit to build track, if you will. Run track out through here, right? That touches, so it's considered part of inside the city. Then we can come off of this out away from the city a little bit, like this. And as long as we touch that, then we're legal. It's not, the city limits are not going to stop us from building. So we can then build our track. Find an angle that it likes. There, yeah, there we go. Okay. And build that, and then we can build the other side of that track on down to here. Like that. There we go. So now we've built track that will go right through Mansour city limits without arguing with us. And we can get rid of the temporary one we put in there just to allow us to do that. Now that should allow us to keep going and go up here to Jaipur. So let's put a station in Jaipur. Pointed towards Delhi. And before I forget it, in this station we will put maintenance and a post office, I guess. And we're going to come down here and work our way down to that track. So kind of work our way through the relatively through the relatively flat areas. And down here and intersect with that. And that gives us track all the way up here. Where's the end? There's the end. There we go. And in Jaipur, we'll give it switches and signals. I'm going to put some supplies right there. I'm going to add some more right there just to be safe. The rest of this should pass supplies as it goes. We'll add one here in this new track. Okay, that gets us to Jaipur. Now we need to get all the way to Delhi. So let's do another station and go to Delhi. work our way down to Jaipur.
Finally, Delhi, a dream fulfilled. One can now travel in one train from Bombay in the west, over Delhi, all the way to Calcutta in the east. This moment will go down in history.
Okay, so that got that one task done to connect Bombay to Delhi. And Delhi's going to be busy. We're going to make it a 4-platform. And it will have maintenance and a warehouse. And we will put our 6 most basic raw materials in there. So lumber, sugar, rice, grain, veggies, and spices. Okay. And our task, again, we have to grow it to 90,000 and grow these 4 right here. So I think what we'll do is run all of our raw materials to Delhi, and we will set up connections to these other cities, plus city to city between each of the cities. Consider this a 4-city cluster, and our 4-city cluster get its raw materials from there, and any specialty things like chickens into the meat industry here. We'll load that up, and here's a sawmill, so we'll make a straight line lumber into Agra and give ourselves a nice 4-city cluster to do our city growth. We've seen that model works very, very nicely. We'll put a tower on that and make sure we have signals down through here and right into Bombay. Beautiful. So I think we can go ahead and fire up that Bombay line. Bombay freight to Jaipur to Delhi to Jaipur. That should work. We'll do automatic, and this new train, this west, will be just fine. This Class C. It's a 65-day round trip. So that would be 8 or 9. If we wanted to do every 5 days, that would be a lot of trains. Why don't we do 6 trains, 2 for each city? That'll work. And we'll run 6 trains up and down through there and see how that goes. All right, so that's getting that one task started. Now let's start loading Delhi and setting up our 4-city cluster. So I think the best thing we could do is probably let's put the 4 stations in first. That would tell us where our main track is to work with. So we'll go to Karali and put in a station, and in each of these we will put in maintenance and post office. And do forgive me, I'm struggling with my voice a little bit today, but that's kind of one of those of you who've been with me for a while know what else is new. But giving me a little trouble right this minute. Okay, so here and here and there. Signals, supplies. All right, now. Okay, since we got this to work with, we can go ahead and run the chickens. We got a fair amount of money. We should be able to set up this whole thing. So we can run the chickens into Karali. So this will be chicken deli. And we can have a train running full. There we go. And let's go ahead and set up the spices. Let's give it a, won't really need them, but we'll give them Jan Jansen's. And let's go spices to the deli warehouse. And there. Now let's go, let's set up Agra to kind of point this way and it'll come out like that. Okay, so we'll, similar to the way we played the second one, really. So we'll put the Agra station, I guess we could put it, it's cutting us off. Here we go. There we go. This will be Agra, it'll have maintenance and a post office. And we can run it directly to, I guess we could do it like to right over here. That would give us the straight line to Karali, straight-ish line. Go. What can we pick up from here? Well, I tell you what, we're going to have tea. Well, no, vegetables. Vegetables can go back to deli. So that being said, let's set up a line. Let's set up some track that goes like this. And then run veggies into deli. Yeah, veggies running full into deli. Okay, now the tea, we could put another warehouse here, but then we'd have to have more lines. So what we're going to do with it is run the tea into Agra. So we're going to put a warehouse in Agra. So the post office didn't last very long. We'll put a warehouse here, and in it we're going to put tea, raw silk if that comes up, and we'll worry about anything else later. Okay, so got that warehouse. So let's run our tea leaves. Into Agra. Like so. And then let's go ahead and put Bareilly in here and have it maybe point back this way. There's tea over there, but we won't need it. Let me get the correct view. Here we go. Set it back from the river a little bit. And I think we can safely put maintenance and a post office here. Okay. And we'll go across the river and down into Agra. Okay, so circulating for us, and let's go ahead and connect Delhi across like this and into these two. And the Delhi to Agra could be this way or this way. I have a feeling it'll probably be this way. Would be considered closer, but we'll see. Doesn't really matter. Come out. Let's go like this. And let's just set it up to go both ways. I've got a mismatch here, don't I? Ah, shoot, sorry. I'm not trying to make you dizzy. The right-hand side should come down, driving on the right, and be on that right there. And then go back. Okay. Oh, and let's put another, trying to get in the habit of putting supply towers on all the approaches to the cities. And let's have it capable of going the other way, out this way as well. All right. That should connect our four cities pretty nicely. And so we can pick up grain right up here to go into Delhi. And Delhi's also the non-maker, so that's a good place for the grain to go in. Try this again from the inside. Run full, go, and we'll pick up this rice. Okay, and sugar. Sugar, maybe we can go. Mountain's kind of in the way. We could go around it like this or like that. I feel like this will be easy enough. Let's go like this. Now, if we didn't have like a requirement that said grow deli to 90, right? And we were just growing them all kind of equally, we might change all this. We might do a different, and we might do one city, one train, one city, one line. We might do nearness of you, where we have sugar goes in here, and veggies go in here, and grain goes here, and rice goes here, and lumber goes there, that kind of thing. But I want everything going to Delhi, because Delhi is our key principal city and we need to grow. So just to be clear about that. And that's why we're taking it, we're kind of carrying it right past Agra to Delhi to then turn around and take it to Agra on a different train. That's okay. Here to here. And we'll make this one sugar deli. And then our fourth one would be lumber, which is over here. Now we're going to want the lumber actually to go to Delhi, but also to Agra, because Agra has a lumber intensive business already in it, the sawmill. So we'll make two lines out of up here. We'll go up here and have lumber deli, and we'll have it come down. This might be, yeah, because of the city limit, we're going to, the easiest thing to do is just merge inside the city limit. So that's what we'll do. Then we'll go back up, and this time instead of point to point, we'll actually have a double connection up here. Give it a switch, and then give it a little shunt line over here, out of the way. Okay. You're going in, you're going in, you're going out. Okay. Yeah. And so we'll have lumber going to Delhi out of track 1, running full, running the west, I guess it's pronounced, and we're going to tell it to go hit that line right there when you come back. That'll be your shunt line. And go. And then we're going to have a second line here to here out of track 2, running full. And we're going to tell it does by default, but we're going to explicitly tell it to hit that shop line. All right. So that was grain, rice, lumber, sugar, veggies, spices. We threw in tea to go to Agra. And honestly, well, I see two things I'd like to change. Well, we could consider knocking down the sawmill and replacing it with cloth, the textiles, and then put the sawmill in Bareilly because we got a redundant non, right? We got non here, we got non here. So, but I think we'll keep this. That's fine, and we'll just go here, and we're going to buy this right away, the bread factory, and we're going to go ahead and knock it down because we know we want to, and we're going to put in a clothing industry, textiles in Bareilly, and we're going to go down here to this and pick up Wool Deli. And we'll do a bypass. Let's do a bypass around Agra. It goes right by the Taj Mahal, so it'll have a nice scenic bypass. Lord knows we want our smoky, smelly freight trains to have a nice view as they go by. Go right by the Taj Mahal, and we're going to have a train that goes here to here. See how it takes the bypass and goes you and you. It says it can't do anything, but that's not true. It will. Now, let's have trains running from Karali to Delhi. A couple of them. And from Agra to Delhi, and I took that track. A couple of them. And from Bareilly to Delhi, a couple of them. And then we're going to need one from Agra to Karali as a direct line. And from, let's say, from Karali to Bareilly, a couple of those, and that way we've got every city in our 4-city cluster sends trains directly to each of the other cities, and vice versa. So we've got, I think we're done. I think we might be done with everything. Okay, let's let this run and see what happens here. Our first train's out of Bombay. Be like probably that guy right there. If I can click on him. He's got stuff in it, I can see it. There we go. He's got planks headed to Delhi. Oh, nice. Nice. Seems like he's moving along just fine. Number 2 has got wood for Jaipur and planks for Delhi. Nice. And Research. Let's get this speed bonus, and then we can go passengers, I guess, and packages. It kind of doesn't matter. All right, we're already double growing Delhi and growing Agra, and these two are diminishing, and that won't last for long. That will improve fairly quickly. So here comes our second train. It's going to unload some in Jaipur. And saving some for Delhi. Let's see if it picks up some more stuff to go on. And we can see we're already there. We're starting to get deliveries. So looking good on that. Looking good on the city growth. Well, Bareilly is now quit diminishing, so it's evened out. And Karali has flipped over as well and doing a little better. Yeah, starting to get stuff in there. There we go. It's starting to grow. Double tick, single tick, and Bareilly. And it's getting up there. And what we'll do, is put immigration. Oh, look at this, and we'll pause. We're already ready for another business in Delhi. Now, that could have been our wool. That would have been a good choice. What is... Oh, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my favorite, the distillery, the Iraq, in Delhi. And I'm going to bump it up a couple. 4.8 sugar and 3. Okay. And then I'm going to take the train that's bringing rice into Delhi and give it a buddy. Because we have the industry there, and we're going to take the train that has the sugar and give it a buddy. There we go. All right. And what do you got going back down? I'm just curious. Spices for Bombay, that's it. I'm surprised there aren't passengers, honestly. I'm surprised maybe it's too far, I don't know. Does anybody want to go to Bombay? Apparently not. Apparently it's too far. All right, look at this. Double tick on all of them. We don't need to sit here and babysit it. I'm going to put immigration offices at 30. We've got the Iraq here. We'll put another wood-based here, or maybe here as well. Probably clothing here if it comes to that. And don't know what here. We'll decide. I don't think it makes a ton of difference. But there's no reason for us to sit and watch this. So I'm just going to go kind of offline, play this until we make some progress on it. Here we're already at 75 on these three, so we're looking good on that. And so I'll be back later. All right, welcome back. I have to say this went much faster than I expected it to. The 200 wagons went by pretty quickly, as you can see. And the 1.8 million was very, very fast. We're like 8,000 short in our region down here, and I can place the university in Delhi right now. In fact, I'm a little bit slow. Delhi was growing so quickly, and I also will tell you that I kind of had forgotten Well, there, we finished. I didn't realize Delhi was already at 50 when we started, so I was treating it like it was a smaller town. Anyway,
Delhi is not only the
let's see
capital,
how we did.
it is also the cultural and academic center of India. And have you heard? The government proposes an amendment. Princely states may be handed down via adoption again in the future. That means that Indian territories will stay under Indian rule even when the succession is unclear, instead of being automatically transferred to England. You have greatly helped India advance with the railways. For the first time in ages, the many different cultures of India are united as a nation, through passenger and mail transport. For that, I am eternally grateful to you. Thank you for the wonderful cooperation. But not just that. England has declared its intent to give India back its independence little by little. Of course, we don't know how many years or even decades that will take, but at least we know it will happen eventually.
The Crown has also decided to take all administrative tasks regarding the railways from the Railways Board and instead leave them in the hands of you and your Indian Railways. The committee will stay in the background and assume a supervising and consulting role. Oh, and Mr. Gupta, I used to say you need 3 Indians to do the job of 1 Englishman, but you are doing your job really well. This is probably because you have learnt the English way of life and work ethic in London. Why don't you work for the Indian Railways in the future?
Well, that was a left-handed compliment. And as much as I like working with you, my calling lies elsewhere. As a civil servant, I want to stand up for the rights of my people and to work towards a free, autonomous India. It was an honor to work by your side. Farewell, Alvida.
Okay. Now, we haven't quite finished yet. We've got one optional task that we're about to knock off. 631, where does that put us? Probably not very... I don't have a good feeling about this one, but I say that every time, don't I? Well, kind of the usual spot. Blah Razor, Steely Door, Lone Tree, yours truly, Just PD, V6 Turbo, Geezer, and Big H. There's somebody else, Big H. Hello, Big H. So, well done, everybody. And 631, we can definitely improve on that a little bit by finishing off that one task. What is it? Yeah, we need to grow 8,000 more here. Now I did notice that the growth, like Bareilly, was slow to grow. Karali was hard. I actually ended up connecting this stuff down here and making a one city, one train for Karali and letting it grow that way. And let's see. Delhi did great. I'll put a clothing industry in there just to be doing it. And now Bareilly I failed on. And it's back to that Iraq. In this supply chain, the Iraq takes rice and sugar. Those are 2 main ingredients for everybody else for basic fundamental growth. And I bumped up the Iraq production here, and I think I'm taking so much of the sugar and rice that nobody else is getting any. Yeah, yep. And maybe I needed to buy them and bump them up. Maybe that's the problem. Matthew, you're probably right. It's only money. Sugar. Oh no, it's got tons. So let's get a train going here, 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 here. Kind of a one city, one train kind of thing for at least those guys. That too. And get some supplies headed over, because the coming out of the warehouse isn't fast enough. It could have been faster. Yeah, see, it's very hard. And because Delhi grows so big, it eats all the supplies up. So one city, one train might have been a better way to go here. That's interesting. And all these lightning bolts, that's just because I just now researched the fork node and put it on our express lines. It's a lot of we're getting the warning. There we go. We finished. We're getting that warning that we might lose our express task, but we won't. Now we just finished our last one, the 200,000 here. So let's go see what our score looks like now. How do you do that? Here. 635, 510, probably be the same place. Friends, yep, same place. So 118, and that's not very good. I got to tell you. Out of 700, I apologize. That is a good score, but it's not to my standards where we've been doing. We've been doing about 95th percentile pretty much. This one's 707, so 770 would be 10%. So we're in the 85th percentile. So a lot of people blew us away on this one, and I didn't think I was doing great on it. So I may have to redo this one someday. But anyway, I saw a bunch of things there. I think the biggest thing that I saw in this one was it has kind of a repetitive theme where you grow an area, pick a city is the main one, grow an area, and rinse and repeat kind of thing. And, we got pretty good at that. I mean, that's pretty simple. I do think it warrants, that warehouse there was not as fast as other things could have been. Like One City, One Train might have been faster. Or Amazon Prime might have been faster. Well, probably would have been faster. That's probably the best way to go. Amazon Prime is probably the best way. That takes a lot of money, but that's the best way. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you saw something that will help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.